What's up, my guy, man? I appreciate you for joining my show, man. How everything going with you?
Going pretty good, man. Everything going pretty good, man.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear, man. So, man, let's get straight into it, man. So, can you tell us a little something about yourself?
Uh, so really, I've been wanting to make music my whole life since I was a kid, and really not just me, but it started with me and my friends all together, just in school, rapping, being on the table and stuff.
Okay, cool. So you grew up in Detroit, Michigan, right?
Yep, I grew up on the west side, Detroit.
Okay, so what part of the West Side did you grow up on?
I grew up near Grand River. I'm from Hartwell, next to Schaefer.
Oh, okay. So, tell us a little about what was like growing up on Grand River, and tell us like what you experiencing over there.
Uh, well, since that was really where my grandma lived first, so she stayed off Hartwell and Foley. We was like the first house on the block. So that was really where like most of my family grew up at, honestly. And me living on that block, I kind of seen like I don't want to say a lot of crazy stuff in Detroit. I'll say like when I was younger, the youngest thing I seen, and I remember like to this day, like it was just like a police chase, like flying past in front of my crib, and I didn't know what was happening. Like I just see like cars just flying past it. But other than that, on Hartwell, like I want to say it wasn't really much going on, but at the same time, I stayed away from like a lot of things, so I didn't really like mess with like outside much. In all honesty,
Okay. So you grew up, so you was more inside the house. So did you play any video games? Like, what did you do to keep yourself active?
uh, so what I really did to keep myself active, because when I was younger, I was still into music. So my gym teacher, when I was in elementary, she put me in this little like dance group. So I kind of always been like doing something musically to kind of occupy myself in a way. And I was doing that when I was a kid, doing that. Then from that, I wanted to do hip hop. Then that's when I started to like get into more like rap. But then also I got into rock, which led to me wanting to play Guitar Hero. So that influenced a lot into like my music. Then from Guitar Hero, DJ Hero came out. Then I wanted to be a DJ, and I became a DJ. Like not too crazy, but I bought turntables and all that. So I became a DJ around like 12, 13. And my mom, she'll take me to like different houses, and I'll like just like do like get-togethers or like parties or whatever. So I was doing that, like making some money on the side, whatever. Then from the DJing, that's when I just really wanted to get more into rapping because of how much music I've been like listening to and learning from my mom and stepdad and at the time and all that. So really just learning a lot of music around that time, man. With all the music I know, I might as well just use it into rap, and that's what I wanted to do.
Okay. So did you play sports while you was in as you was growing up?
Honestly, no. The most I ever did, bro, was like do a 5K run. That's really all. But I was like really into like football, but never did like a team or anything. Just like playing like outside kind of thing, outside of school, pick them up, mess them up, type of things. But other than that, nah, I ain't really do nothing athletic. But I could if I wanted to, but nah, more so just music.
I felt what type of kid? What type of student you was in school? So like, was you a class clown? Was you? I said,
I feel like I was more so quiet, but if I was comfortable around you, I would be like a personal class clown, but not like a broad in the open, class clown, but just like I was quiet. I'm more so like observe everything, observe how like everybody is first before I kind of put my personality on the floor. So I got to see how everybody is first before I kind of bring up my personality. But if I'm really comfortable with you, like yeah, like pretty cool, pretty funny guy, pretty cool.
Okay,
Modest.
okay. So I noticed as I was researching you and everything, I noticed that you do a lot of songs with a guy named Leo, right? Leo, BMan, is it BMan Honcho?
BMan Honcho.
Oh, it's BMan Honcho. Is y'all like a group? Cause I know there's other artists too, but I see them more consistently. Is like how did y'all end up rapping, and how did y'all meet?
All right, so let me kind of go back to the past a little bit. So I grew up with BMan. Me and BMan knew each other since we was 4 or 5 years old. Years down the line, that's when I pretty much met most of the gang around like 6th grade. We was like 10, 11. So that's when I met Lilo. I met Ty Worth. I met my boy Codex. Then the year after that, I met J Dior. Year after that, am I missing somebody? I don't think I'm missing nobody. I don't think so. So like in that school time, we started making music together for real, for real. I'll say around the age of 16, like actually going to the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Around the age of 16, 16, 17 for sure. We was going to Bankroll Studio on 7 Mile and started like recording there. Then we started doing showcases together. So around that time, we was in a group. We was in like a big collective called the Indigo Pack around that time. Like 2017, around 2019. Like,
You said Indigo Pack,
yeah.
and what does that mean?
So around that time, that was just like for like the indigo part. That's like the chakra part, you know, like an indigo child, like a free child, just like a free person kind of thing, like a hippie. You know what I'm saying? But like more so like that. But then the pack part, it was like you know a wolf pack. How it's a collective with them wherever they go. Pretty thing. So kind of just named it the Indigo Pack. So it was a bunch of us, honestly, too. But yeah, we were doing showcases, you know, around like the city and all that. Then later on down the years, you know, around like the COVID time, we all kind of like went our separate ways a little bit. But at the same time, like we still like stuck with each other in a way. You know, like most of it, like me and the guys.
So like, what made y'all like separate? So is y'all still so y'all not called Indigo Pack no more? So what made y'all drop the name, and or what made y'all kind of like separate? Was it more of like y'all had too many things going on? Was it more like everybody was on the same page?
I want to say different directions and kind of like too many minds at once, honestly. Like, yeah, just too many directions, honestly. And we didn't, you know, want a leader. I guess like I guess it was just like too many leaders. You know what I'm saying? Too many leaders, not enough followers. So kind of broke it down like that, and it was just better off, honestly. Just wanted to be like your personal artist instead of like being a shared collective and whatever. But it was more so like that. Just too many heads at once, honestly. And what made us like, yeah, that was really the main thing that made us drop it. And everybody just really wanted to go their direction, or how they wanted to do it in their own way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. But I also noticed that you and Leo kind of got a tight bond. What y'all do? I noticed y'all do a lot more songs together. Talk about that relationship and how did y'all become friends on a.
So, me and Lilo, Really, since like I said, like since we was 11, we kind of clicked around that age, like when we first met for real. Because at the time I was listening to music, like a lot of music, but I thought everybody else listened to that music too. But then Lilo, he also listened to that music as well, but also like the rest of my friends as well. So we created that bond mainly off of music and just same similarities and interests and stuff like anime, video games, stuff like that. So
Oh, okay,
that's
okay.
where it really started from.
So what type of music would y'all was listening to? That was like that you think that everybody wasn't listening to? Was it what type of music was it?
So around 2010, 2011, we was most definitely listening to like Odd Future, Pro Era. Those are like groups like the Odd Future group, Tyler the Creator, Earl
Yeah.
Sweatshirt, all of them. Then Pro Era group, you got like Joey Badass, Cap with the Steez, Nick Caution, Kirk Knight, everybody else inside of that group. Then Flatbush Zombies, you got the Underachievers, you got ASAP Mob. It was just a lot of good music around that time. Then people like Mac Miller, which is my favorite artist. Mac Miller. It was a lot of music, man, like Kid Cudi, just all of that type of stuff. But I was listening to that and I didn't know everybody else wasn't listening to all of that and all that stuff. But most of the music too, my mom had put me on too. Like my mom put me on like Wu-Tang Clan, Rod Digger, all that type of good music, honestly. So, she put me on a lot of stuff like ASAP Ferg. My mama showed me who ASAP Ferg was. I didn't even know it was a whole group. She showed me who Lil Dicky was. Like my mama put me on some music. I ain't gonna lie. She put me on some music. I'll be honest.
Oh, that's great. That's great to hear.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that Mac Miller is your favorite artist. Why is that?
It's the way he rap and the way he thinks. Like the way he creates his bars together. It's like abstract, but in words. And I wish I could think of a line, bro. But that's the best way I really like his music, and just seeing like the character development. Honestly, of seeing like how he started to where like he had finished that. But that's really like just seeing a character development, seeing that person get better and better, and trying out different new things and all that. But his was really because of his creativity and how he made his music specifically. I liked it in that way, and it influenced me a lot. By the way, I even think to this day too. So yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So I just get into let's get back to the music. So what inspired you to create an art, and what kind of message or emotion do you hope to convey through your music?
What inspired me to make music? What really inspired me to make music was seeing like how strong of an influence music is in general, like what it does to the human, like, and just that feeling of like singing a song, like it feels good to just sing a song. So music is just really like I can't get away from it. Like I always got on headphones wherever I go. I've always had an MP3 player when I was a kid. Just it's always just the entertaining for it. It's just the way it make you feel. In all honesty.
And like, how does music make you feel more specifically? Like, does it give you like, does it turn you up? Does it give you more energy? Is it therapy? Is something that you can relate to? Like, so.
It's most definitely therapy. It's most definitely therapy. And in some cases, I do want to turn up, here and there, or say some real shit, whatever, you feel me? But I really do use it in a therapy way and like a guideline of how I just live my life. Like the things I rap about are like things I either did or is going to happen in the future or has already happened in the past. And I can always listen to like my music, because it's been cases where like I'm going through something now, but I said something like that in the past. But in the past, I was speaking in the future tense. So now it's just happening. So now I'm stuck in the present of it, you feel me? So, and also like my message of music, like my whole thing is I want everybody to know if they believe in themselves, and like really like the first thing you should do is really believe in yourself and trust yourself, and not let outside opinions craft the person you should be. And I feel like you should really learn about yourself, because that's the main thing that helped me a lot, was learning about myself and just wanting to do what I want to do and how I want to do it. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. So
That you did, or what did you do?
So the main thing I did to really learn about myself is really like, sometimes you really just gotta stop doing what you're doing. Just sit there, think about what is your purpose in life, what are your interests in life, like what do you want to do, like what do you really want to do in life, what is your passion. That's the biggest thing. Like the biggest thing that's carrying on my life is what I'm passionate about. And passion is something like you can't just grab, you can't just get a hold of. Like your passion is something you'll forever want to do. And I feel like once you find something like you'll forever want to do, then that's how you know like you kind of found like who you are and like what you want to do in life. But yeah, it's like it's really just like learning like your flaws too, all of that. Like just really learning who you are, your pros, cons, what are you good at, what are you bad at, your interests, just things of being human. You gotta learn about yourself to be comfortable with yourself. Then once you're comfortable with yourself, then everything on the outside doesn't matter. So
I feel it. Why do you think people are not congruent with themselves?
outside opinions, media.
How has that media like play a big effect in nowadays? Well, in this generation.
I feel like media plays the biggest effect because everybody wants to impress each other instead of impress themselves, you know. But everybody want to more so impress each other. In some cases, like nothing is wrong with it in some cases, but like if that's what you live for, by impressing others instead of like impressing yourself, then I feel like that's the wrong path you should live. But media does it great because that's what attract people, is seeing like entertaining things that other people are doing, or like, you know, just like expensive things or things that people like. I don't know, but that's the best way I can explain it. Like media is really like it's a controlling thing. It push agendas and, you know, all that stuff.
Like, what certain agendas that you think that the media is pushing?
Like trying to craft people into like wants to be perfect instead of like being themselves. But we create this idea of perfect, you know. But ain't nothing perfect, but I don't know.
When you say we create an idea of perfect, are you saying like us as a generation, this generation create an idea of perfect, or are you saying that somebody is the person that's controlling the media, or the people that like that control the media is creating an idea of trying to be perfect?
I'll say us, just as in like humans in general. I feel like trying to impress people became, you know, it was there before media, you know what I'm saying? Like just the idea of like impressing others to boost your self-confidence, that always been around. But I feel like that itself is just like an issue in some cases.
Okay. So, can you talk about your creative process and when writing and recording music, and how has it involved your music? How has it evolved over time?
Um, so when I first started making music, I mainly started like writing down, just writing my raps. Honestly, I still do it to this day, but writing has always been like a good thing, like pen and pad. Like for some reason, just writing your lyrics down just feels better when you're just freestyling it, or sometimes when you're just typing it. But it just feels good. Like it feels like you remember more for some reason. Like I don't know the science of it. I'm not gonna lie, but it feels better just writing a paper, on pen and pad versus like typing it out. Like you feel you're more into it. Like you're physically more into it. I feel like.
Okay. So, are you saying that writing is better than freestyling? Or are you saying that it's just that's what helps you create your music?
For me, that helps me create my music. But I know some people like when they write, like it's kind of like too much thinking altogether. So when they freestyle, it kind of just flows off better. But if I really want to take my time and like really put my all into a song, I'm gonna write it out 100%. Cause it helps me better remember it. It helps me better like feel it, like actually feel the emotion into it, and just all of that. Cause when I freestyle it, you kind of just saying it, then you go into the next line. You're not really like feeling what you're saying, or you're not really fully thinking about it. Maybe you are fully thinking about it, but you feel me? Just not 100% like right onto it.
Okay. So, what things that you need to like as far as like snacks, to help you like to stay in tune as you record?
Honestly, man.
Or before you pre-record?
Honestly, really, sometimes nothing. Like, if I feel like it, I roll a wood, smoke. But other than that, like, it's not necessary. Like, I kind of like doing it more so. Sometimes more so just like sober, like just a sober mind, no weed. You feel me? Just like sometimes you gotta just see what you wanna like how you feel on it, instead of like having some influence your creativity too much on it. But if I'm chilling, yeah, I roll the wood, get something in me, you feel me? Have some influence, play some music in the background. Like if I want to see, like, depending on what type of music I want to make, I'll probably play some similar artists, listen, get a feel, be like, all right, I could feel the emotion. I make some music, see how I feel on the beat. Yeah.
Okay. Bet. So, talk to me like, what type of snacks you be having in the studio?
Honestly, bro, I like Ritz crackers. Like Ritz crackers, bang. I ain't gonna lie. Like they don't miss. Like I don't know what about it, bro. They don't miss Ritz crackers. But you gotta have some water with it, bro. Because if you just eat the Ritz crackers like straight, like no water, you tripping. I ain't gonna cap. You tripping, bro. You tripping.
So is that like the only snack that you have?
No, Ritz crackers. Sometimes Oreos. I got some Oreos right here, man. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I have some Oreos on me. You feel me? Oreos. That's really about it, bro. I'm not really like a snacky snack type of guy. I like some Lay's barbecue.
Lay's barbecue.
Yeah, Lay's barbecue smack, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't gonna lie. If I like Cheetos though. Cheetos like cheeses. Let me say that, not Cheetos. Cheeses. I think cheese is great.
I feel it. Like low key hot fries. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Hot fries. Not too many, but
I don't really do a lot of hot snacks. Basically, it's like I used to when I was younger, but as I got older, I got more depth into my health a little bit, so I kind of stay with it.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I'll eat it every blue moon, but it's not something I can eat constantly every day.
I can only do hot fries, like hot Cheetos, bro. I feel like those are like too much, bro. I feel like those are like way too much. Hot fries are low key mild. They low key mild, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't see I mean, they all taste the same to me. I don't think it's. I guess I ate it so much when I was younger that it didn't never taste hot to me so much.
Bro, you got burnt out, bro.
I definitely got burnt out. I definitely went back a lot too. I ain't gonna lie off that. But so like do you like having people in the studio with you?
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna lie. Really like personally like gang for real. You feel me? Like New Detroit. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, yeah, like I really like have like my homies in there. I don't really care. We be recording here all the time. So really just the homies.
Okay.
Honestly.
Okay. So you said New Detroit. So like what you mean by that New Detroit? Is it like a new sound, new swag, new?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The people always asking me that, man. Man, I don't know, bro. It's just New Detroit was really just like. It's really just like a movement, bro. Like I said, we don't really put it into like a group because of the past, you feel me? So we ain't trying to be labeled as like a group, but like New Detroit really just started as like a movement, bro. Like
it's a movement. It's more of a movement than a group.
Yeah, you feel me?
I get what you saying.
But it's just like it's just us, you know, like we the New Detroit, but at the same time, it's not a group. But it's a movement. But we like the next, like, you know, like the next generation of like, you know, like the Detroit scene, bro. You feel me?
Oh, man, I like that.
That's
so when you say the next Detroit scene, how y'all like? So what's your plans on like bringing something new to Detroit? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, y'all say New Detroit, so it has to be something different that everybody else is not doing.
Yeah. I feel like the way we honestly like rap, our chemistry of how we like make our music together and just like putting out a different sound. And man, it's really harder. Like, it's really better listening than me even like explaining in words. Like, it's like once you hear it, then you'll get the idea of it. But it's better off like doing it than just really being said. Like, they just gotta listen. I ain't gonna lie, the people just gotta listen. But once they listen, then they'll get the understanding of it. Just a new sound of Detroit.
Okay. So I have another question for you. So how do you see your music evolving or changing in the future? And what are some of your goals as an artist?
So evolving and changing. I see my music going into different genres, most definitely. Like going from Detroit hip hop, then it's gonna branch out more so into like into honestly genres I've always wanted to do in a way. Like it's many genres I wanted to do. Like I wanted to do like pop, maybe like could do an R&B. Okay, cool. But maybe like R&B possibly, or even like rock and roll, bro. Like a lot of like different styles. But I want to incorporate the Detroit sound, but into those different genres. Somehow, some way, I'm gonna make it happen. Rock and roll, Detroit music, I'm gonna make it happen. I don't know how. I'm gonna make it happen. Detroit electronic music. Hey, feel me? It's already happening though, but I just want to branch out into just not just rap, just a lot of more genres.
Okay. Do you have any goals set as an artist? Like, are there any milestones that you're trying to achieve?
Yeah. Honestly, the biggest milestone I really want to achieve is honestly, by the end of this year, I want to at least have like 1,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. At least 1,000, but I could see myself going more. But I kind of make, small goals for myself, but I still want to achieve big. I see that. And honestly, like, when it comes to, like, milestones, like, everything is really just, like, personal preference. Like, I want to achieve, like, making music or making a song a day without, like, that being a problem. I wanna achieve, like, staying consistent. I wanna just keep that bar rolling and just have a bar stored up just full of music and just keep that going. I wanna achieve, like, making a better song each and every time. Really just stuff like that. I really wanna achieve more so. And just, like, have a milestone and just having, like, hundreds of songs, like, stored up. And just, like, trying out different, like, sounds and all that stuff. So those are really my milestones. Just keeping the ball running.
Okay. So, what do you think are the biggest challenge facing as an upcoming artist?
The biggest challenge is really, like, trying to find a way of getting yourself out there. It's like, in ways, I understand it, like networking, but that's still the biggest challenge, is getting yourself out there and, like, trying to gain a fan base and stuff like that. I'm still working on that, but still, people like my music, so it's gaining, slowly but surely, it's gaining. But I feel like that's the biggest challenge. And also, staying motivated. Like, you want to stay motivated for sure, because once you become unmotivated, you kind of go into a state where, like, you start self-doubting yourself and all that, just, self-doubting, like, your achievements and all that. But the biggest thing really is motivation, keeping the ball running. Honestly, say that's the biggest challenges.
Bet. So, like, can you tell us, do you have any upcoming projects?
I got ideas. I don't have it fully in store yet, but I got some names. I ain't gonna spoil nothing. But I got some singles coming out, but projects, most definitely got a project coming out this year. Maybe two coming out this year. Probably more, I'm not gonna lie. Depending on how I feel, man. Like, yeah. I'm gonna have some projects coming out. AC gonna have some projects for sure.
Bet. So,
just stay tuned.
So, what advice would you give to other young artists and who are just starting out, based on your own experience and journey?
I would say the biggest thing for real, is honestly finding out, like, your style, like, finding out what you're comfortable with. Get comfortable with yourself first, more than anything. Like, once you, like, music, like, the sound of your music and your comfortability of yourself really goes hand in hand. It goes hand in hand, 100%. I learned that most definitely because, excuse me, back in the past, I wasn't fully 100% comfortable with my music, and really just with myself, honestly. So you can kind of hear it a little bit, but now it's like, I'm like, you feel me, broad shoulders, like, I'm AC now, you feel me? So now I got more confidence in myself of, like, the music I make, and also, like, still, like, seeing other people like it gives me a little bit push of that confidence as well. So the fact that first you wanna enjoy your music first. You yourself want to enjoy your music first before anything. Like, no matter if somebody else like it, if they like it, you yourself have to like your music before anything else. Cause that 100% is gonna help you be comfortable with like dropping music and just all of that. But also don't be too crazy with it, because sometimes the outside opinion can help you in some case scenarios. So it's really good, you know what I'm saying?
So, appreciate you being on my platform, bro. Tell everybody where they can find you at.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So it's AC. So you can find me on Instagram at Apollo's Case, APOLLOSCASE. You can find me on Twitter like that, I believe. SoundCloud the same. I'm on all platforms. You know, can I get shout outs real quick?
Yep.
Alright, bet. I want to shout out New Detroit, you feel me? I want to shout out my boy Lilo. I want to shout out my boy BMan Honcho. I want to shout out my little brother Low Gang, you feel me? I want to shout out my boy Tower. Shout out my boy Clay. My boy Clayski. Yes, sir. I want to shout out Codex, man. I want to shout out my boy JD Ure, bro. Who else I want to shout out, dog? I want to shout out my boy C-Dub, Kirks. I want to shout out Cade. I want to shout out my boy Johnny.